Hey guys, it's Kelly with the Garden Whisperer. If you're unfamiliar with what I do, I design flower beds and garden beds for homeowners where they can either install it themselves or they can hire a landscaper of their choosing to install it for them according to the design plan. So I'm going through my yard, my flower beds. I wanted to just show you really quick. I didn't make videos of it, but I just planted 2 different trees. This one is called a Black Diamond Shell Pink Crepe Myrtle. They say they are deer resistant. We shall see. Now the good thing, and let me see if I can find it. Did I throw it? There it is. So this has been in here for a couple days now. And as you can see, we got a little flower there. But it really likes full sun, but it said it'll do okay in part sun, which this area is. It's supposed to get like 10 to 12 feet tall, and I've seen so many different measurements as far as width is concerned. They say anywhere from 4 to 8 feet wide. Okay, that's a big difference, so I don't know, I guess we'll just see. But I loved it because of the chocolatey colored foliage. It's kind of red and chocolate or something. I guess that's because the way the sun's hitting it. But yeah, because if you go on the other side, it's more chocolatey. So yeah, so I really liked it because of that. They say it's deer resistant. We shall see. Now, the great thing is, like I said, it's been planted in here for a few days now. I think maybe like 3 days, or maybe 4 days, somewhere around there. I sprayed it with my cayenne pepper peppermint oil spray that I make homemade, and you can check that video out on my channel. I think it's top 3 things I use for deer-resistant garden bed, flower bed, something like that. I have to look it up. So anyway, so I came out the other day and I was like, I see a little nibbling. But the good thing is, that's the piece. And it fell to the ground. Now, they did this with my pine tree, my Blue Angel white pine that I planted in my other flower bed, and I have a video on that too. They took a piece off and they didn't even eat it. They dropped it and then left it alone. That is a good sign. That means that they chewed it and they didn't like it. Because even though the cayenne pepper peppermint oil spray works really well, it's not 100%, just like nothing. And if they really want to plant, they will keep eating regardless of the spray. So this was a very, very good sign. Now it's drying out right now because it's been sitting on the ground. But that was a good sign because they just dropped it. They did not eat it. So that means they didn't like it. And they have not touched it. Other than that, at least that I can see. So that's a very good sign. But I am going to keep spraying it. I'm in zone 6, and they say in the winter time, just heavily mulch it. Don't do a mulch volcano where you don't ever put mulch against the trunk of any tree. All that does is cause root rot, and it suffocates them, and the tree will end up not doing well. So just pretty much like you want like a good amount of mulch all around the tree base. But I am going to be doing that closer to the fall. So I just did my normal in here right now. So we'll see how it does. Now, they say it'll do fine in part sun. It just may not bloom as much. We'll see what happens. If I have to transplant it at one point down the road, then I'll do it then. But I really wanted it in this flower bed. And like I said, if it does get out to about 8 feet, it'll come out to about almost close to the grass here. So we'll see what happens. And then it's going to come out past here. So yeah, I think it's going to look really nice if it does well. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and I have to show you this. Look at the wisteria. It is great. Blue moon wisteria. Now, I think this has only been climbing up for like a week or something. It was in my other video, but look at this. The top of it is already right there. Isn't that amazing? It's just like so fast. I love it. Now, they have another wisteria that is, it's called Amethyst Falls. It's supposedly not as aggressive. I grew it when I lived in Jersey, and I actually had it on those trellis panels that I have in the back garden, and it grew really fast. And it wasn't crazy, but it was definitely pretty aggressive. But the flowers on that one actually smell like cat pee. I'm no joking. So I don't want this walkway when you walk through it to smell like cat pee, hence why I'm going with the blue moon. But I can guarantee the amethyst, because it smells like cat pee, I can bank. Somebody's driving by. I can bank that the deer would not like it because of the fact that it smells like cat pee. So hopefully, though, once this grows and keeps going and I get some really pretty blue blooms, it's going to look really nice in my moon trellis here. So I'm just ecstatic that it's growing really well. I was not sure if it was going to grow back this year because the wisteria and my Rose of Sharon over here shrub, they were the last two of all my plants to push out new growth this season. So I really thought the two of them were dead, but I was like, let me just wait it out. So I did, and sure enough, they eventually popped up. So now I know at least they're going to be the last little bloomers in spring. And then my stupid self, I don't want to cover the sun here too much. I had planted here the blue cloak white fir tree, and I was digging this area up, trying to edge it out and put mulch down, and I think I hit the feeder roots of it, and it all of a sudden just died. So I was like, oh, stupid me. So my bad. I made a mistake. I'm not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. That's part of gardening. So anyway, so I ended up finding, this is called a blue, I could have bought the blue cloak again, but I really want something that's a little more fast growing. So supposedly, this is called a blue ice Arizona cypress. Now, the deer have not touched it because it does have sap, and anything that's got like a real gross sappy or smell to it, I'm smelling it right now. Yeah, it has a little bit of a scent to it. The deer don't like it, so they have not touched it. So it's fabulous, but it's a small little guy, and I staked it because you could see the trunk is kind of turning, and it was actually kind of leaning over, and I really want it to be, it's supposed to be an upright tree. So, and as you could see, the bark down here is peeling a little bit, and there was some sap coming out it was like over here somewhere. And it looks like it's healed up so far. And just to be sure, because it looked a little sad when it arrived, just to be sure, I called the nursery and I said, is this normal? I looked it up. It said it was normal for it to have the peeling bark on the bottom and a little bit of sap if it has like some spot that's a little damaged. He said if it's oozing sap a lot, then that's not a good thing. So it was just a little bit. So I think we are good to go. And he said just leave the peeling bark. You can, if there's like little pieces that fall off, you can just like, there's a lot of feeder roots here. But yeah, I may have to water that tomorrow. But yeah, basically said that to leave the peeling bark, but if there's a little bit, you can peel that off. But for most part, just leave it alone. So it has like, I don't know if you can see it on my phone. Why is it not focusing? It has like the new growth on the tips. It almost looks like little yellow. I don't know if you can see it. Not really. Little yellow like balls. It's interesting. And then he said in cooler weather, it gets more of the like really pretty blue coloring. But I still think it's cute. It's pretty. Oh, and it's supposed to be fast growing. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be kind of like the Cryptomeria radicans. But we'll see. So I'm hoping it grows really fast. Now it does like full sun. And this area does get full sun in like spring, early summer, midsummer. But now we're closing in on fall. And I checked the sun again with my sun calculator. And it's saying that it's only part sun now. So I'm like, well, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to leave it in for now, see how it does. And it should pop up next spring. And hopefully everything will be good. And as you can see, the Cryptomeria is doing phenomenal. Look at how big that thing is getting already. Wait, my shadow's in the way, sorry. So look at how it's just getting huge. Now, the trunk is kind of has like, it's an interesting, I don't know if you can see it. It kind of looks like it's like peeling a little too, but it kind of has that look to it. But it was kind of leaning over to the left a little bit, a little too much. So I just put this like metal stake here and just pushed it back. Hopefully it won't do anything to the trunk, but it has straightened it out enough because I didn't want it growing kind of, leaning to the left. So I want it more straight up as well. So that seems to be working for now. So that is good. So those are the latest on the 2 new trees and on the Cryptomeria. And this whole flower bed's coming along. It's just taking a little bit of time. That's all. And it does. It takes a few years. And look at this. If you saw this, this is my Skyrocket Juniper. I got this free from Conifer Kingdom. And this, when I first played, it was tiny, skinny, and like only maybe about that tall. And it just shot up this year. So this is a relatively fast-growing juniper, and I love the color. And it's only supposed to get like 2 feet wide, but it's going to get like 12 feet tall. So it's going to look really cool once it gets going. And my gold cones are doing well. And the sage, the Russian sage, is going to be transplanted in the spring. Even though there's lots of blooms, you could see it's a little too, it's either too wet over here, too rich of soil. Hence why it's kind of squiggly and all weird looking, but the bees love it. So I'm definitely going to be transplanting that in the spring. And I'm going to put it in by the side of my house over by the deck over there. So it's going to come out cool. But yeah, and then I've got that flower bed over there that I've been working on where my foxglove is planted. And that one in the back is getting completely revamped in the spring, because I'm fed up with the deer eating the anemones, the astilbe, and the heuchera. So I took all of that out of it. Yeah, I got like, and I took the peony out. I'm done. I'm sick of them nibbling to the point where the plants just have a hard time blooming and growing. The peony bloomed, but I don't know, I just got fed up with everything. And as you could see, as I took the anemones out, you see all the hoof prints? That's all hoof prints. Stupid morons. I can't stand them. So all of the anemones ripped out. The astilbe from the back there ripped out. I had a astilbe right here ripped out. So this whole thing is going to get revamped because I'm tired of it. Now the monkshood are massively huge this year, but they are not starting to bloom yet. So I'm not sure if they're going to. And I'm not really liking where they're at. They were only supposed to get 4 feet tall. They're more like 7 feet tall. So at this point, I'm probably going to end up moving those around in the spring. Because really, the Sun King Aralia can't show itself off. And another thing, the white chocolate snake root, I don't know what's going on with it this year. It did last year it was massive. This year it hasn't grown that well. It could be because we had drought and I was watering it, but probably not enough. And the deer have been eating this, which they never touch it. Last year they didn't touch it at all. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but they're just pissing me off. So anyway, the whole thing is going to get revamped in the spring. I already am ordering plants. Some I can plant in the fall. Some won't be shipped until the spring. But, yeah. And then these, I love these. I refuse to give up on these. These are my pulmonarias. Marie Claire, I believe they're called. And there's 3 of them. There's a weed in front of that one. But the foliage is just so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transplant them, I think, to that flower bed over there in the spring. And I'm going to buy literally like $1,000 worth of my wireless deer fence sticks. And I'm going to surround so many of my plants so that every time the morons walk through, it's like a minefield. And they get zapped. And they can't eat my plants. Because I'm done. I've had enough. There's some stuff they don't touch at all. And other stuff they do. Like this one, they've never touched this. Look at how pretty that thing is. That is the Polemonium, Jacob's Ladder, the variegated one. I transplanted it here from that flower bed last year. And they have a one that has like chocolate foliage with blue flowers. And I think I'm going to get a bunch of those because they do like shade. And I'm going to put it over there because the deer don't touch it. Knock on wood, I probably just jinxed myself. And I'm going to be transplanting the primrose. The deer kind of nibble on these, but they don't ever take it out. And when they do bloom, they don't touch the flowers. But I am going to transplant them because I don't know what I was thinking when I planted them. I knew the grass was going to get bigger and taller. And I still put them in the back. I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes I just have, senior moments or just, I don't know, I'm just not thinking. But anyway, so the grasses are staying, but I'm going to be transplanting the primrose. And then the ajuga is looking a little sad, but it'll pop back up as soon as we get some rain. And hopefully by next year, we'll get more blooms. They just got to grow a little more. And this guy, the Japanese forest grass, look at that. That's so pretty. I think this is the Aureola, I think it's called. Aureola. Something like that. That's going to get transplanted over there. I just put it there temporarily because I really wasn't sure where I was going to put it yet because it was another free plant. And I will not take a free plant. So I'm going to put it, I think, right in the middle as like a focal point. I think it's going to get like 24 inches wide. And I'm going to be getting more of the carex grasses. So it's like I said, it's just going to be a whole big revamp. One thing at a time though, right guys? All right, and then, oh, really quick, so I'll show you the update on the foxglove that I planted that you saw in my other video. They are doing phenomenal. And the deer never touch them. It's amazing to me. They just really don't like them for whatever reason. Now, these are a different color. These are the Excelsior mix. Part of it, they're like purple, pink, and white. Not all in one plant, but separate. Like each plant will be a different color. But starting from here all the way, these are like a peach color. And I only left those because odds are they're going to bloom next year. Which really they should have bloomed this year. Now they think, well, they weren't really that big last year, so it's possible. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, and I've been watering them a little bit just to make sure they're okay. And they can establish their roots. And so those should do just fine. And I should have flowers, pretty peach flowers in the spring. Or spring, well, actually like spring to, or late spring to early summer, I think they bloom. So that is it, guys. I just wanted to give an update of some of the stuff that I've been doing and what I planted. And these are starting to get spent. These are the Galaxy Blue Lily of the Nile plants. So the bees love these as well. So they're starting to die back. So I'm going to be cutting back the spent flower stalks pretty soon. And then we'll just be left with the pretty foliage. These are going to be transplanted as well. I think I'm going to be putting them around the rocks. Because once the daffodils die back, these actually start growing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll see. I may have to get more, or I can probably divide those because I do see a little bit of area where they can be divided. So we shall see. So that's it, guys. And the catmint, these are just kind of coming back from the transplant I did with them last year. So, and the bees love these as well. Hey, Mr. Bee. So, yeah, they, we'll see how they do next year. So everything's doing well. And I transplanted, I don't know if I did this video, I transplanted, this is, oh, what is it called? There's two different, it's a miscanthus grass. There's one that's called, oh, this is bandwidth miscanthus grass. It's more behaved and a smaller version of the zebra grass. Now, the zebra just gets a lot bigger, and I think the zebra one can reseed itself. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, this is sterile, so it does not reseed itself. So it's going to be a nice, like, grassy plant here once it gets to maturity. All right, so that is it. So it's coming along. It's just taking time. I just have to still do more plantings. The biggest challenge with all of this is the deer. They are really bad out here, and what people don't understand, if you do not live out here, and I swear, people that live out here get exactly what I'm talking about. There are no natural predators. There are no wolves. There are no coyotes. There are no bobcats. There's no mountain lions. There's nothing except for black bear, and we don't even have a lot of black bear that really do make any dent in them. And every year, about 5 new babies pop up, and it's just an overpopulation. They don't stop, and they just drive you crazy because it's like, especially when the first week of August hits, they start eating everything. So that's why I just got fed up and I started pulling out the astilbe and the anemones and the peonies. So I'm like, I'm tired of you touching things. I'm tired of it. So the stuff that they don't touch, I am just going to keep using and planting. And it's not to say that I'm not going to be buying new stuff each season to see if something is deer resistant, but yeah, whatever doesn't work is going to just get chucked because I'm sick of it. So, and what does work, I'm going to keep. So most of the stuff that's in here, except for the coneflowers I spray, the dianthus I sprayed, the wisteria I spray, all with my cayenne pepper, peppermint oil. And the Rose of Sharon I spray because they've nibbled at that. But you could see I've got the... Uh-oh, I think I'm missing a deer stick. Am I missing a deer stick? No, maybe not. I thought I had another one planted here. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Maybe not. ugh, I should have 16 deer sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, oh, okay, maybe I didn't. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. But anyway, so they were nibbling at that, and since I put the deer sticks and I've been spraying it, they've left it alone. So, but pretty much everything else I don't spray. The junipers I don't spray. The Russian sage, the catmint, I don't spray any of those. The blue star juniper there, I don't spray those. So, yeah, just a matter of finding what works and what they will leave alone. So, and like I said, so far, all 3 little trees here, they have not touched. They haven't, well, they attempted to touch the crepe myrtle, but then left it alone. So, all right, that's just an update, guys. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing. Haven't really done many videos because it's just things that I've had a lot of crazy stuff going on. So, but things are finally starting to, I feel like, settle back down now. So that's good. All right, so that is it for today's video. I'm not going to keep rambling. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in hiring my design services, you can reach me at www.the-garden-whisperer.com. Till next time, guys, happy gardening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.